Over to you. Hey. Today is going to be an interesting Two Ronnies video. The title of this video is The Two Ronnies, The Man Who Repeats Things. I repeat, The Man Who Repeats Things. I think there's a theme there. Anyway, let's check it out. I am ready for some articulated humour from these guys. So, let's see how they repeat things. It can't just be as bog standard as repeating something because it's the Two Ronnies. Let's go.
Evening.
Evening.
Crowded tonight.
Crowded tonight.
Okay, it may be then.
Unusual, you know that, for a Sunday.
Unusual, you know that, for a Sunday.
Would you mind not repeating everything I say, please?
I'm awfully sorry. Sorry. My name's Arthur Wilkins, by the way.
Oh, hello, I'm George Prothero.
Hello, I'm George Prothero.
You said you were Arthur Wilkins.
You said you were Arthur Wilkins.
My God, you're doing it again.
My God, you're doing it again.
Look, please, will you please not interrupt me all the time and repeat everything I say? More repeats with you than the BBC.
Oh, I tell you what, the Two Ronnies don't have going on the BBC when they've got the chance, don't they? You know what I mean? Going on the scheme that BBC show the same things every week, every year, whatever. I mean, this obviously is causing an argument within an argument that's not supposed to be an argument because one's repeating what the other one says and he's using the same thing that he said to him back to him. And now I'm getting all confused the way I'm explaining this. But you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. That's another repetition. Let's go.
Repeat everything I say. More repeats with you than the BBC.
I'm awfully sorry. Awfully sorry. I bought a calendar in Tamworth yesterday.
That's better.
That's better.
You're doing it again.
You're doing it again.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Look, I may be unusual, but I find it very irritating for someone to keep repeating everything I say all the time. It's not what I regard as the art of conversation.
I'm awfully sorry, but I've got this nervous compulsion, you see. The first three things that anybody says, I repeat. Then the next one, I don't. Then the next three, I repeat. The next one, I don't. And so on.
Oh, my God, how awful.
Oh, my God.
So it's got a legend. It has got a blueprint. Basically, the clever thing is he's going to repeat the last three things he said apart from, and then the fourth one he'll say, so say I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Okay.
The next one, I don't. And so on.
Oh, my God,
There's a pattern.
how awful.
Oh, my God, how awful.
Well, the best thing for me to do is to get through my next two remarks as quickly as possible. Knickers.
Well, the best thing for me to do is get through my next remarks as quickly as possible. Knickers.
More knickers.
More knickers.
Good. Now, perhaps we can talk some sense. How long has this complaint been going on?
Ah, good. Now perhaps we can talk some sense.
That's
How long has
four.
this complaint been going on?
You've just repeated me a fourth time.
Yes, I know. I think it's getting worse.
Right, okay. So he's setting you up thinking we're going to have a proper conversation now, seeing what he's going to say back. And when the shock value there is the fact that he did repeat him when he's not supposed to because it's a fourth one. Because now you know that the blueprint, you're counting how many times he said something. And then obviously Ronnie Barker's trying to catch him out by saying this, right, let's have a proper conversation now. And then he says it back to him again, just to, infuriating him, clearly.
What's going on?
You've just repeated me a fourth time.
Yes, I know. I think it's getting worse.
I think you're a fake.
I think you're a fake.
Right. I'll fix you.
Go on then.
To escort an orangutan from Baden-Baden to Wagga Wagga via Addis Ababa and vice versa is enough to make a Gurkha Sherpa commit harikiri.
Right. I'll fox you. To escort an orangutan from Baden-Baden to Wagga Wagga via Addis Ababa and vice versa is enough to make a Sherpa Gurkha commit harikiri.
I love this. I mean, obviously it's well rehearsed. It's the Two Ronnies, but the illusion is that right, okay, this is being done on the fly. This is being made up on the spot. Obviously, it's not. But the fact that they've rehearsed this and he said it back to him exactly how he said it, and it's infuriating more, is comedy gold.
Make a Sherpa Gurkha commit harikiri.
Tasmanian Dalmatians hate Romanian Alsatians, and Romanian Alsatians hate Tasmanian Dalmatians.
Wow.
But antiquarian Bulgarians love planetarians and aquariums. And Romanians, Lithuanians, and Tasmanians all love geraniums. Men born under Aries are usually fairies. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I buy a bit of better butter, it will make my bit of bitter butter better. So she bought a bit of better butter, and it made a bit of bitter butter better.
Over to you. Hey. That is Ronnie Barker, the wordsmith that we saw in like the mispronunciation sketches and stuff like that. That was really, really good. And to remember that and then do the better bit of butter, which is basically an advert for Lurpak in the 80s, because obviously this is when this time it is. I've noticed that in the 80s, a lot of the people like Russ Abbott and the two Ronnies reference certain adverts or certain things that happened in the 80s, which is brilliant.
Bought a bit of butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I buy a bit of better butter, it will make my bit of bitter butter better. So she bought a bit of better butter, and it made a bit of bitter butter better.
Go over to you, Ronnie Barker. Ronnie Corbett.
Sometimes I only repeat things twice.
You're a fraud. I'm not talking to you.
You're a fraud. I'm not talking to you.
This man is a fake.
This man is a fake.
They're all doing it. They're all doing it. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Oh, well played. Well played. Oh, do you know, in this day and age, right, if that had happened to me and he was like, you know, that better bit of butter and all the uranium stuff, I'd have just gone, oh, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? But, I mean, the sketch, it's, again, the two Ronnies, they like to escalate. When they do sketches, it starts off very, very mild, just like, hello, I'm such a body. Oh, I'm such a body. Stop repeating me. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And it starts off very mild. And then it gets to a point where he's so infuriated that he does his wordsmith stuff, catches him out, tries to tell everyone in the pub that he's a fraud. Everyone in the pub repeats what he just said, and he gets so angry that he storms out the door. You know what I mean? It's not even his fault. The scenario was really, really good. I love these guys, me. They're so good. I mean, halfway through that, when he did that whole big line, the wordsmith line, like probably a minute long, whatever it was.
Butter bought a bit of butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I buy a bit of better butter, it will make my bit of bitter butter better. So she bought a bit of better butter, and it made a bit of bitter butter better.
That was incredible. And to get that out in one take like that, I mean, it's a massive, massive tongue twister, isn't it? You know what I mean? Sometimes people struggle doing just single sentences, never mind stuff like that. That was amazing. But it also shows the skill that Ronnie Barker has for speaking fast and speaking clear. You know what I mean? Brilliant. Anyway, what did you guys think of this reaction? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out the two Ronnies original video, and I'll see you all next time.